Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today we're going to be playing some more Vault Hunters. So in between episodes, I've been a little bit busy. As you can see, I've now reached level 22, which now completely changes the way Vault Hunters work, which means we need to have a chat. Follow me to my office. Welcome to my office. Now that we're level 20, past level 20, we no longer have Beginner's Grace in the Vault, which means if we die or we fail the Vault, then our items get put into a spirit, which we then have to pay to get our items back. Here's the issue. I didn't have a spirit extractor after I failed this vault, so I went into my chest and looked for the items to make a spirit extractor. I didn't have what I needed to make the spirit extractor, so I went into creative and took a spirit extractor. Now, yes, I know what you're thinking. I'm a cheater pumpkin eater. And you're right, I love pumpkin pie. I was afraid that if I went into another vault, or if I went into the nether, or if I logged out, that the spirit may disappear. So I paid for the spirit with the gold that I already had, and put all the items into the shulker boxes and set them down and left them alone. So then I went into the vault with random backup gear with the goal of getting only 3 black opals so that I could make black chromatic steel and make a spirit extractor. I went through lots of ore rooms, mined a few extra black opals, but didn't get any. And by the time that the vault ended, I had the 3 black opals, and then I made my spirit extractor and threw out the old one that I cheated in. So I know I cheated a little bit, and you may not like what I did, but it's happened, and that's the way it's going to be. And if you really feel like it's an issue, you can let me know down in the comments, and I'll give you a heartfelt apology. So now back to our regularly scheduled episode. After running the vaults, I got a whole lot of gear to identify, so we're going to do that right now. And then we'll see if we got anything that's really good or anything that we should think about using. I don't think I've ever used a wand or a focus, and none of these look all that great, so I think we'll just put these up here into our gear. This is all the gear that I have to recycle. So here we got this vault shield. It's a rare with extra health, more block chance, no thorns damage, and some knockback resistance, and I think this is a really good shield, so I think we're going to use this one. Now we got these new level 18 pair of pants that are also rare. A little bit less armor, but we got more health, more ability power, increased attack damage, the same item quantity, and a little bit more mana regen. We no longer have our trap disarm, which is okay, because one of the things I want to do today is make a new chest breaker, and I have a bunch of jewels to put on them that have trap disarm. Here we've got a new Omega chest plate. It has more armor, some knockback resistance, a little bit less increased attack damage, a little bit less item rarity, and a little bit less item quantity. We can roll this one. So I'm going to use this chest plate, and then we're going to roll it. So if we re-roll the prefixes and suffixes, we'll see if we can get a higher percentage. That did not do what we wanted it to do. I think I'm going to stick with this one. So we still have a bunch of armor, some durability, same amount of item quantity, and some trap disarm with no item rarity, which is okay with me. We're going to make our new tool, and that will have some more item rarity. Another thing that I did in between episodes was I was looking into the black market, and I found an unidentified relic fragment and an elytra, so I bought both of those because the elytra makes looting the vault a lot quicker, a lot easier, because if I wear it and then it combines with the dash, and it allows us to fly, and then instead of using rockets like you normally would in vanilla, you're able to dash to boost yourself. So using an elytra in the vault is a little bit scary because it makes you more squishy because you have less of the armor from the chest plate. So for now, I'll put our chest plate on, and then in the vault, I'll use the elytra, and then I'll keep the chest plate. If I feel like I need to use it, then I can. I also made a soul diffuser machine. It's super easy. All I did was I put the hopper into the soul diffuser, and then I put all the random junk up here, and it will diffuse for me. I also did the same with our vault recycler, so we can take all of this junk gear and turn it into scrap. The next thing I want to do is I want to make a double pouch. So we need vault essence, vault diamonds, more pouches, ARRRR and silk. Got a whole lot of that here. And then we'll see if we can make some more pouches. I think we've got everything we need here. I think I want 3 double pouches. So we're gonna make 5 more of these pouches. And then we'll combine it with the pouch that we already have. Let's make sure to remove all of our stuff from it so that we don't lose that when we craft. And then if we make some of this, oh, looks like we need to research double pouches yet. I forgot that we have to do that. Another thing that I did while I was in the vaults is I looked for some unedited so that I'm able to make more knowledge cores. So then if we take these, we can have some more knowledge points. And then we can research double pouches. Now we can go in here and we can craft our double pouches. This double pouch still contains our filter with these items. So if we put these back in there, then we can add more items to our filter, and then it'll only pick up those items as well. We're going to dye each of these pouches a certain color so that it's easier to identify them. Interesting. If you put the dye on different spots, then they dye them differently. I didn't know that. We need another one of these ones. There. Now we have our blue one. We got our purple one. And we have our pink one. Red one. Red, not pink. So this blue pouch here will be our regular items that we get in the vault. So this purple pouch we're going to use to store all of our jewels and vault gear that we get inside the vault. And then this red pouch we will use to put all of our random blocks and stuff that we get. So we're going to put this one on ourselves. And then when we press B, we can quickly put all of our junk in here. So then the next thing I want to do is I want to use our expertise point that we got from reaching level 20 and unlock the 3rd level of jeweler, so that when we make our next tool, we can cut down some of these jewels. So I already have a few picked out, that some of them are already as small as they can make them, but some of these are a little bit larger. So we're going to cut these down once more. Just to take up less space. And if we look at putting all these on, so we're going to make a chromatic steel axe, which is a level 20 tool that we can make now. The next level requires level 35, so we have a little bit while before we can make one of those. We're going to take our axe here, and this chromatic steel axe now has 150 capacity, so we can fit more jewels onto it. So right now, with what we have 52 capacity left. We have all the infinities, 13 trap disarm, picking, a bunch of more extra durability. So we're going to look at what we have for jewels. We're going to see if we can add more trap disarm and item quantity. So here we have our new cutter. It has all the affinities, 28 trap disarm, 1.2% item quantity, 1% item rarity, Hydro Void, and picking. So Hydro Void allows us to break water. You can see this water here. I can break it. If I vein mine, I can vein mine the liquid there. But this also means that if I go to one of the POIs that have a bunch of lava, I can mine all the lava away instead of turning it into obsidian with the water. And there's just a quicker way to get rid of it. So the next thing we want to do with our cutter is we want to enchant it. That way it lasts longer and we get fortune. Let's also enchant our armor here so that it lasts a little bit longer. Now I can even put feather falling on these boots. I just made one more pouch to replace this shulker box that I have with all of our random vault items. These puzzle blocks are used in one of the puzzle rooms that I came across while doing the vault. And so I'm storing these and keeping them so that we can solve the puzzle if we ever come across one that we have the blocks for. I've held off too long. It's time to start working on our base. So what I did is I made a chromatic steel hammer, and now we're going to put a picking and a shoveling jewel on it. It'll leave some capacity, so if we can decide that we want to add more stuff later, we can. So now with this hammer, we can come over here and we can start leveling down the blocks 9 at a time. Looks like we should add a little bit more mining speed to it so that we can break all the blocks faster and all of them at once. It looks like some of these have different breaking times. So now we have some more mining speed. Let's see how this works out for us. Looks to be a little bit faster. Doesn't look like we can break all the blocks at once yet anymore. But that's okay. We'll just stick with this for now. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a time lapse of me leveling down all this ground to about this level. And then, yeah, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Okay. Got all the area all flattened out and covered in dirt, which will turn to grass. It'll just look a little bit nicer like this. And now we're gonna build our structure on top of this. Okay, so I rounded up some materials for us to use for our build. We're gonna build a little bit of a house here. We're gonna go up 3 there. We'll make it like that. I think we'll do a little bit of like a 7x7 type deal. Just a small little starter house. Let's do 2 windows. Like that. And then we'll put our door right here with a window here. No windows on the back wall. And then on the side wall, we'll do 1 big window. And then for our roof, we're going to take some of these cobblestone slabs. Our beautiful house. We need a door yet, but sun's going down, so I'll take a nap. Whoa. Where are we? Are we on a boat? This is a pirate ship. Whoa. How did we end up here? That's right, guys. We're pirates. We're living in a pirate ship. That last building, that was all just a joke. I just built this pirate ship. Built a little bit of a marooning situation here with the vault rocks. And this is going to be our base. The next step in our base, though, is we are going to put storage down here. Last episode, we unlocked storage drawers, but never did anything with it. So what we're going to do is we're going to make some storage drawers, and we're going to put those up right here. I collected some materials for us to use. And then if we look up a drawer, we're going to make some of these oak drawers, whole stack of them. And then if we take some of those, and those, this will give us compacting drawers. With the compacting drawers, we can take stuff like bronze and gold. We put in 24 bronze. It's not enough for a singular gold yet. But if we put in 1 gold, you can see how our silver and bronze goes up. And then if we take out the silver, the amount of gold goes down. So it stores 3 types of things that craft into each other, and then we're able to convert super easily there. So that's how we're going to do this. So if we put our drawers right there, and we'll do something like that. And then I got this framed trim, so we can put those right there and fill them with, how do we do this? I think we have to craft these. We do maybe. Okay, so I was very close. It's actually very simple. You just do this. So we'll make some of those, and that will allow us to connect up our drawers right there. Trying to use up as much space as we can here without it looking overly crowded. We'll move these up here, and then we can run these along here as well. And we can take our compacting drawers, put those right here. Then the next thing that we need for our storage drawers is we need a drawer controller. However, the drawer controller requires POG and black chromatic steel, and I do not have. I think I have one of these, but that's not enough, and I don't even have anywhere close to having a POG. So we're gonna have to run a vault, at least one more vault, before we're able to get the controller. So this is how we're gonna do it for now. And then we can put all of our items in here, and just like this. Obviously, it looks a little goofy, and it's probably not the best place for any of this stuff. Later on, we can do stuff like refined storage, and we can use computers to store our stuff, and then that only takes up a few blocks. But for now, I like the way this looks. It's kind of like the barrels underneath the pirate ship. Then we put our random junk blocks in here. We've got a little bit more room for other stuff. And then our machine's just down there. So I figured this would be a good spot for this stuff. So I have 2 mod boxes, and there is a chance that if I use these that I could get a drawer controller. We're going to try this. It doesn't look like I got any. Looks like I just got some storage upgrades, which is still not too bad. So we'll be able to put these on the drawers when they start to fill up. I also have an unidentified relic fragment, so I'm going to open up that real quick. So these relic fragments, they allow us to assemble the fragments into a relic, and then the relic adds 30 seconds to our timer down there when we do a vault. So if you've been watching for a while, you might have noticed that we've come across some of these chest scrolls, which these allow us to make our very own versions of these chests. They do not break like the other ones do, so when we break them, we just get them back. They just act as a normal chest that we can use outside the vault. So I'm going to use some of these, and then I'll be able to put our other random stuff that we find, and we'll put those in these. So I did some counting, and it looks like we'll be able to do more knowledge today. And there we'll get now 3 knowledge points. So we look at mods. The next thing that I want to unlock would be belts, but that requires 5, so we don't have enough for that right now. But one thing that's super helpful inside the vaults is a vault compass. So I'm going to research that. And then we're going to save the next 2 knowledge points for something else. We do, however, have some skill points. I think that I want to take some heal, because right now we don't heal very much, and the mobs are starting to hurt a little bit more. So I'm going to upgrade that all the way that I can. So now we're up to 5, which does 6, which is 3 hearts. I just remembered that I actually want to spec into alchemy, and I do have the knowledge for this. So I'm going to unlock this, and that unlocks vault potions, which has 6 charges instead of 4. We can then upgrade this one right here. So I think we're going to do the mana again. So yeah, guys, that's going to be the end of this episode. Didn't do a whole lot, except for building our base here. But in between episodes, I'm going to do a lot more and get some more materials, and then we can do some more. So yeah, if you enjoyed the episode, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.